Welcome, my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to our timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials, Venus and Libra here. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Wow, it's a long time. Author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. My first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, as will Spell Ingredients. It's in process, and the 3rd one on the way will probably have one too. You can find the original versions, however, of Spell Ingredients and Words of Grace in my website, drawingthecircle.com, as well as on my favorite thing on planet Earth, patreon.com, in our digital shop. We've got the ebooks there. We also have audios and videos. The audios and videos have free previews that anyone can view at any time. Some of my subscribers get those ebooks, audios, and videos depending on their levels of subscription, but all of them get 3 benefits in common. A daily check-in. Did one this morning. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. We chat briefly about the day's astrological weather. Always end with some sort of spiritual practice to send us on our way, and it's the best way for me to start the day, get my head and my heart in alignment, as it were. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless as well as relationship oriented. There are Path of True Love readings with extended readings. They're rather long, the extended readings, so if you like detail, I'm your witch. As well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you'll want more info on that, because I love doing private sessions with people. So you can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. Anyone can check out what's going on in the shop, so click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hey, my lovely Libras, I did my hair for you. I hope you're happy. A little hair, a little makeup goes a long way. You know, I also have another YouTube channel called Mal for short. This one is Mark Angelo Lyons. That's the professional work that I do. Mal for short is my personal stuff, putting up cat videos, my own take on certain aspects of spirituality. It's a lot of fun. So there's a link in the description box. Let's keep it all on YouTube showing. That being said, let's get into some explanation for the new Libras and crosswatchers, and we'll jump into the divination. Hi, if you are new to my channel, what we are doing is a simple timeline, past, present, and future, looking at the path of true love as the true love timeline. Now, the path of true love in and of itself is your hero's journey, your healing journey, your ascension pathway, whatever, your spiritual evolution through the many relationships that you have in your life. Sometimes these readings are romantic, sometimes they're not, and in my opinion, it does not matter, because as we heal a little bit in one relationship, all of our relationships shift, because we make a move into a more golden, loving true love timeline rather than a fearful, leaded one, if you want to do the spiritual alchemy from lead to gold. So we are going to be doing this with 8 cards. There are some chakras involved in this. We are going to get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the heart, the 3rd eye, the throat, and the crown. That's the internal feminine energy chakras, hence the Daughters of the Moon will get those face down, past, present, future. Then we will get 3 mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root. Relationships in the physical world, the yang dynamic, the masculine energy, if you will, looking at ourselves from the outside like in a mirror, maybe us from the inside looking out at people, places, and things. And because it is a crosswatcher reading, there is often mirroring involved, so sometimes the reading is for the crosswatcher, not the Libra, but certainly in relationship to the Libra. So we'll get 3 of those face down. Then we will flip them over, past, present, and future, where you've been, where we are, and where we're headed. That will take care of the chakras, past, present, and future. We will then get a whisper from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. This deck is consecrated to the higher selves of all involved, so not just the Libras and the crosswatchers, but anybody else who might be involved. Their higher selves do have a say. And we will end with a Bat-Con healing mantra. Now, I've said it before, I will say it again. Air signs have an edge when it comes to mantras, affirmations, breath work, meditation, because it's element of air. And Libra is cardinal air, considered creative air, like so creative thought, and all of my readings more or less are about healing in some way, shape, or form. So as one of us heals, all of us heal. There's only one of us here. I mean, the mirroring process, unity consciousness, whatever you want to call it. So a little mantra goes a long way, but you gotta use them for them to work, and I work all these mantras. So There is our explanation, our 8 cards down. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I promise I will do my best to help anyone navigate the golden true love timeline of this lifetime, for the true love that conquers all, for the true love that heals all wounds, for the true love that breaks all curses, past life, ancestral, societal, and otherwise. Anchoring true love into the Earth's electromagnetic field, and I think Gaia is grateful for it every time we even take a little step forward. So let's do this. Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, 3 cards face down. In clarity, please, for us Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross Watchers, where have we been in the true love timeline? Heart, third eye crown. Where are we now? Point of power is always in the present moment. And where are we headed if we just do our best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in our relationships for this timeless true love timeline read? Let's get the Mythic Tarot down, and we'll flip them past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, 3 cards face down. In clarity, please, for us Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and our Cross Watchers. Where have we been? Lower 3 chakras. In the true love timeline, where are we now? Point of power is always in the present moment, so these are really pivotal. And where are we headed if we just do our best to make the most wisest, loving, empowering choices and decisions that we can for this timeless true love timeline reading? I try not to look at the cards. I'll even shut my eyes as needed. Let's see where we've been. Okay, not great, big, huge. Interestingly enough, let's start on the inner. 2 of Flames, that's the 2 of Wands, so there is a choice to be made here. I know a lot of people say 2 of Wands, which is, this version of it, is about a decision, but a decision is life-changing. A choice is like, coffee, tea, or milk, right? They all have consequences, but the consequences of a decision are life-changing. So, throat chakra, element of fire is how I read this usually. So it's chewing on it, right? Throat chakra has 3 modes. Spit it out, which means you make the decision. Swallow it, you repress it, like, not now. And chew on it is, I'm going to chew on this. I'm going to think about it, let it go back and forth between how I feel and what I think about that. And with the Page of Cups here in the past, it does mean that the Ace of Cups has been delivered either to us or us delivering it to someone. Now, this is Narcissus in the Mythic Tarot. It's based in Greek mythology, my favorite thing on planet Earth. So, that's where the word narcissist comes from. But this is about self-reflection and often drinking in that cup for ourselves. Self-reflection, looking within to make a choice of some kind in relationship. Let's see where we are now. Okay, we've got a Major Arcana card. We'll get there. This makes sense coming from this place of self-reflection that we find ourselves in the 7 of Pentacles, appraisal. Now, appraisal is not analysis, right? Appraisal is assigning value. Here we have a farmer looking at the sunflowers that she has planted, and she's deciding if she wants to plant these again. I would. Apparently, the goat likes it too there. So when it's an earth card on the inside, it's not about our internal organs. It's about the wisdom that we've gained from the outside world. Knowledge is not wisdom. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So there is a wealth of wisdom within us. It's only a 7, but certainly one where we're sort of weighing things out. Is it worth it, right? When you get a house appraised or a car appraised, anything, you want to know, like, what is it worth? And we got the Death card. Don't freak. I will say that when I read a chakra read like this, where it's, not the 8 cards, because I use the 8th chakra a lot. The major arcana kind of fuses all of the chakras in that zone together. So I'm going to say, yes, we are going through a transformation, but it's rarely going to ashes. It's more rising from them most of the time. So there might be a transformation. Now, I can only speak for myself here. I've been very, very happy since I moved up here to Saratoga Springs, and I'm in no rush for a boyfriend or a lover or anything. Some guys have been hitting on me. I've fooled around a little here and there. But, like, I'm really enjoying my single life here. I got so much to do. I got a half acre of property. I got a new kid. Going to the ballet tonight at SPAC, Saratoga Performing Arts Center, and going to see it again on Friday. Tonight's Jules, Swan Lake. We're going to see Swan Lake, right? So I'm going with a friend of my family. So I'm going to keep an eye on my lower 3 chakras about what those intuitive voices are saying moment by moment as I go, as I allow my heart, the third eye crown, particularly probably the heart, to feel what is the value, right? Not just to purely do it on what the physical eyes see. Interesting. Let's see, where are we headed? I love it. Okay, Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups here in the outer with the Page of Cups shows up here as happiness. Now I would say very heart chakra, the seed of emotion, happiness. Now we can allow ourselves to be happy as we are. It takes a little work. Maybe not everything in the outside world is how we would have it be, but happiness is our natural state underneath all of the patterns and wounds and, conditioning that we have for this world. And our first and only court card here, the King of Wands. Now this is Jason of Jason and the Argonauts as King, the Aries energy. So if you have any planets in Aries, I do. I have Saturn in Aries. A lot of Generation X's do. But even if you don't, look at where Aries is in your natal chart. If you don't know your rising sign, then you will have Aries in your first sign. But if you do, like I have it in the 9th house, right? Because I'm Leo rising. So regardless of whether you're dealing with someone with any Aries energy placements, whatever, yourself or someone else here, it is cardinal fire and the opposite sign of Libra. Libra is cardinal air, fire is cardinal fire, and cardinal means creative. So this could be the start of something, right? Aries, first sign of the zodiac. The dynamic of first house Aries is self, personality, and ego, right? Like kind of all that self-healing and self-awareness and self-acceptance and all of that. But this might very well mean that we are good on our own. Like we're happy. All right, we're not at the 10 of Cups, but we've got that Ace of Cups that came as a result of making a choice here in the past due to some self-reflection, maybe just the choice to self-reflect on things, which of course would bring us into a place of appraisal and transformation that then leads us to a place of happiness. And that's the kind of happiness that is the nature of who we are. Underneath it all, we're really lovely. Underneath it all, no doubt. But certainly with a creative edge to this. Maybe this is somebody that's coming in that kind of sparks the heart, emotionally speaking. Could be family, could be friends, could be romantic, but that's why we have the Whispers of Oracle to get a little clarity on that. Now, there are some romance cards in this deck, but a lot of this deck is about self-healing, and, even with Aries, that can be that, right? It's learning how to heal yourself. It's a big deal. Because as one of us do it, we all shift. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by us Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers to navigate the golden True Love timeline for this True Love timeline reading. Consider your foundations. There we go. Analysis, appraisal, not analysis. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. And like I said, on a personal note here, I love my life. I love my new house. I love the new kitten. I love being close to my parents. I know I want an award. I want a medal for achieving a healthy relationship with my parents. I think that's a huge part of it. The true love timeline, right? They're not your parents in every life. I've already told my parents, you're not my parents in every single life, so take it down a notch, y'all. And I love them for that. Having dinner and ballet with them tonight. So, absolutely this makes sense, particularly as we appraise on the inner as things are transforming. You can't undo a transformation. It's like you can't unburn a cookie, right? The element of fire there. And, everybody's afraid of Hades. I love him. I've met him. He's delightful. He doesn't kill nobody. But he does, is the lord of the underworld. And the underworld ain't hell. Hell is Tartarus. Tartarus is as far below the underworld as the underworld is below this world. So there's the Elysian fields and, the isle, the island of the divine, the island, I forget what it was called off the top of my head. But essentially you reincarnate 3 times back into the Elysian fields on the 3rd time you get to go to the Isle of the Blessed. Thank you, whoever that was. So look, this is a really, really positive reading here, but we all have to consider our foundations. How committed are you to love? How committed are you to being loving even when people are being toxic, right? How willing are you? How important is self-love to you? Well, it feels like that's the answer here with that Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. Even if there is some Aries planetary energy involved here, it's still about the ego, the personality, and the self. So this is a lovely reading, but let's get you a MatCon healing mantra. Now I have clients, a lot of them, and they all get these healing mantras, sometimes more than one. And after 48 hours, because it takes usually that long for the energy to integrate, I say, just let me know how you're doing. And I always ask them, how's it going with the mantra? And they go, oh, I didn't do it. It's like, well, it only works if you work it, right? So let's see what hits the table. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, 1 card in clarity, please. The perfect and precise healing mantra for us, Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers, to help us navigate the timeless true love timeline with 2 of Flames on the inner, Page of Cups on the outer and the past, 7 of Pentacles appraisal on the inner with the Death card, major transformation going on in the outer, leading us to the Ace of Cups, the 1 of Cups, happiness on the inner with the Aries energy on the outer for this timeless true love timeline reading as we consider our foundations, acknowledging apprehension. I love this one. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. I always add to that, maybe I need a nap, right? It may not be a no forever, it's no for now. I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book. I love this one. Because only the ego has apprehension. It's essentially fear of the future, right? We're trying to avoid pain and we're trying to avoid suffering, but, suffering and hardship, although it's not my favorite thing by any stretch, is what makes us grow, right? The hardships that we go through. So, financially, relationally, particularly going through a transformation here, it's okay to be apprehensive, but welcome the apprehension, right? Acknowledge it. Give it the love that only you can give it. That's Matt Kahn. His books are amazing. I love him. I would love to meet him someday. And I like his wife. So acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. At least for now, I like to add to that. Sometimes you need a nap or a cookie. When apprehension is acknowledged, you become aware of the constant back and forth between the polarities. As this back and forth movement occurs, it can feel nearly impossible to make decisive, empowering choices. That's how you navigate the true love timeline. And it's okay to not know. No one ever got a gold star for not knowing the answer. So this is why you just acknowledge. I'm a little apprehensive about this, or a lot of apprehensive. As you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize that it is either, now we have a choice here of what it can be, it is either the heart trying to warn you of an old choice or pattern you're about to repeat. That's usually how my apprehension rides. Or it is a sense of unworthiness that makes you unsure about how to step into the biggest stage you dream of commanding. And that could be romantic, right? Family relationships are family relationships, friends are friends. But this could very easily be a lover romantic thing. The power of discernment bubbles closer to the surface the more your apprehensions are acknowledged, and it is needed to determine which of these two options is true. And that's why I fall back on this one a lot. I mean, down to the simplest choices, as well as to some of the larger decisions in my life, because sometimes it's like the iron's not hot yet. If I make this decision right now, I'm not ready for it. That's okay. So that's like a neutral there. This mantra is ideal for resolving indecisiveness. Come on, Libras. I've dated a bunch of you. Just figuring out where to go to dinner takes hours. Balancing impulsive behaviors. Balance, Libra, and trusting your instincts. And instincts are visceral, a little different than intuition. You could call instinct visceral or physical intuition, right? Second chakra always tells me whether it's a yes or a no, because my second chakra goes or goes like that in all sorts of situations. Just that big time. It grunts. So all the cards are on the table. We will now do what is called a blessimation. It means blessing and summation in one thing. The energy just flows through me. I say a prayer and meditate before all of these. So I've already surrendered my will to the divine. So let's see what comes out of my mouth. One last time, at least for this reading. I'm sure you'll do it again sometime soon. Please take a nice deep breath. It's a good read. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of us Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with all that we need to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the true love timeline, because we made a choice and it's something that we reflected on, and it was most likely an emotional choice, and really the guidance was there to prepare us for the appraisal where we are and now, really figuring out if this is worth it as we go through a transformation for better, not worse, because where we are headed is the seed of joy, the seed of happiness, the Ace of Cups within, as the result, or maybe bringing forth an Aries vibe here, the cardinal fire to the cardinal air of Libra, so that we can make a choice, maybe not so impulsive, but as long as we are considering our foundations, really looking at how committed we are to loving ourselves, to others, the process, the journey, the path of true love itself, even if we acknowledge apprehension, because if it's a yes, nothing can stop us. But if we're unsure, it's always a no, at least for now. Sometimes a nap is needed. So may we be blessed with all that we need to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in our relationships, navigating the golden true love timeline for the true love that heals all wounds, for the true love that conquers all, for the true love that breaks all curses, past life, societal, ancestral, and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So motivate. And so it is. I like it. I like it. We got lots of choices to make, and you know we do like choices. But, you know, ask a Libra what they want for dinner. Do you want pizza? Oh, no, I had pizza 5 years ago. How about Chinese? Well, I don't remember. 40 minutes later, we still haven't eaten. That's why I'm a Virgo. It's that sign. I'm like, this is what we're eating. and Leo rising. Yeah. If you found this reading helpful, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, helps other people find the reading. You want more of me here on YouTube? Absolutely. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit it again. And remember, I do have that other YouTube channel, Mal for short. It's a lot lighter, it's a lot more fun, but I'm doing some personal stuff there that I don't want to do on this channel. So this one's professional, that one's personal. Go check that out. We're having a lot of fun over there. Lots of kitty cat videos for sure. And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Malcolm Patreon on Patreon, seriously, just go look. Just go click the link. Just go see what we have on the menu there. We're growing slowly but steadily over the past 3 or I think it's 4 years I've been on Patreon. I love it so very much. I love the digital shop, and I love that my subscribers have access to the ebooks, the audios, and the videos depending on their level of subscription. I love doing the daily check-ins with them. It really sets me off in the best energy for whatever is required of me in the day and night ahead of me, right? As well as they get those extended readings. There are a lot of them. I put a lot of work into them, but since I moved, there's been no time for them. Because I'm doing readings and taking clients and doing yard work and building a garden and, you know, having a social life, which is nice. And we will talk about the discount that my patrons get when they book me for a private session in a minute. But I will say, it is one of the best things that I have ever done. It has really allowed me to bring my service out into the world as a Virgo sun sign, but with the heart of a Libra, a Venus and Libra here, and I truly love it, and it's so creative. I highly recommend it as being a creator, so click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, who did his hair for you. But you can just call me now. And if you want to book me for a private session, I am taking clients at my house. I have a lovely office downstairs. I've been taking clients there, but I got to get to know the people first, because if they're allergic to cats, they better bring an EpiPen, because there's only so much you can do with cat hair in the house with 3 black cats, all 3 boys. It's a bit much. I'm also available at the Magic Moon on Phila Street. That's Phila in Saratoga Springs. They're going through some repairs right now at the time of this recording, but all you have to do is reach out to them, give them a phone call if you're local, and say you'd like to book me for a private session. They tell you when I'm available, they book you, I come in, I read you, and then I come home. That's how it works, and I really, really love it that way. I did make a video last year before I knew I was moving here, and it is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal, link in the description box, a YouTube video. Explains the basics of it, but I need to make a new one, and I'll get around to it. There's just a lot going on here. I haven't been here a year yet. I moved here in October. I'm doing this in July, so there's still a lot of settling in and tinkering around that's going on. But in that video, I do explain how the majority of the work that I do is on a Zoom call. So once the client is booked, 5 minutes before the client or so, I will send them a Zoom link. They come into my Zoom platform. We record the whole thing, beginning, middle, and end. At the end of it, I send them a link so they can download it. They tell me they downloaded it, and then I delete it from the cloud, because confidentiality is key. Like, anybody who's telling other people what's going on with their clients is just, that's evil, right? No, I will not do that. I took a blood vow to keep confidence, and I have lived up to that vow. But the most important thing that I say in Booking Private Sessions with Mal, and it will be in the new one that will be called Booking Mal, is that I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a very well-trained witch, so there is always a way. Even if we make the agreement that they pay it forward to someone else, even if they can't pay me in some way, shape, or form, as long as we're in agreement, I take the session, particularly for spiritual counseling. People are freaking out, and they have every right to. So, doing what I do and serving the way I serve as Venus and Libra, I always want to help bring people into balance. So watch the video, it's fun. I'll keep it up even when the new one is done, because it makes my mom laugh and I'm the president. I had to make that choice. And seriously, I love this read for us. Don't freak out about Hades. He's lovely. He appears to me as like Michael Hutchins from In Excess with long pin straight black hair, and I'm so into it. I just don't get too close to him because, Persephone, even though she's above ground right now, still, extramarital affairs are not good for me anymore. They used to be, but that was the 90s, huh? So thank you so very, very much for watching, my beloved Libras. I really think this is a great read, but remember that mantra, right? If it's a yes, nothing can stop me. If I'm unsure, it's always a no. And it feels like the chakras will be telling you where you are on that. So hang in there. I believe in us. And remember, we're the lovers of the zodiac. So good. I think we got this. Hang in there. I love you. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.